For women like this Cooking with Kaya situation, they're mad that someone likes someone that cooks. You can cook. Welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Empire Talks. Today we are going to be talking about what you got for me, man.
Man. Right now it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sensitive topic.
You want me to bring up mine first?
Yeah,
we'll ease into it.
Let's talk about yours.
All right. So, as we all probably know, there's a trend going on with this woman named Cooking with Kaya. Yeah. So, I wanted to talk about it because I think what's going on is hysterical.
And why do you say that?
Because I'll post a video later, but because as men, we're really simple creatures, right? We only want a handful of things at any given moment.
Yeah.
And they're usually consistent. They don't change much very often.
Yeah.
So now that there is a woman on Instagram named Cooking with Kaya, she looked nice. She looked all right. But she cooks. That's all she does. That's really all she does is cook.
Yeah.
But I guess on the front of, I've only seen like 2 or 3 of her videos actually. But I guess in the beginning of her video, she'll say something around the lines of, I could steal your man with this meal, pretty much, give or take. So a lot of women,
Toxic.
Yeah, so she said, she sings her little song, Cooking with Kaya, blah, blah, blah. I can steal your man with this meal. I think she shakes her butt a little bit, and then she'll go throughout the cooking process. So a lot of men are on her because she kind of has it all in that sense. So a lot of women are hating on her, which I think is pretty funny, because when it's on the other foot, they can lust over any man they want. It's all good. It doesn't matter. He famous. He don't even know I'm alive. Yeah, but we don't like that shit. Now that we have someone that we can lust over, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So I see more reaction videos than I see her actual videos, but it's always a dude. They either watching her thing, the little Cooking with Kaya song come on, and the woman flips, just loses her shit.
Do you feel like that's a form of because I feel like if you're in a relationship, certain things should be off limit, correct?
Right.
So it's just like, do you feel like that's a form of lust, a form of you, in a sense, wanting
for the man?
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of a couple different things. One, less because, like I said, she looked good. She looks good. So that's one thing. Of course, someone looks pretty, they're gonna get attention automatically. But then also, I think it's because, again, I don't know what goes on in anybody's life based off of a 5-second video, 10-second video. But from what you can kind of pick up is that the man will be in the kitchen looking at the videos. The woman isn't in the kitchen. The girlfriend or the wife, whatever, isn't in the thing. And then usually on the video, the argument is, well, if you would cook, I wouldn't have to watch it. So it's kind of,
so she breaking up homes,
right? But it's like, it's a basic thing. Not saying only women can cook, because I'm the cook when it comes to my relationships or whatever the case may be, for the most part. But I feel like it's a sense of jealousy as someone is showing or giving something that the other isn't, or that the main one isn't. So I just figure like they just be mad because they're not doing what the boyfriend or husband wants them to do, but they're watching someone that is doing it. So it's kind of like
I feel like with that, me just playing devil's advocate, I feel like for the women that are not doing that, then they might feel some type of way, because in a sense it might be a trigger for them towards just like, like you being funny, or you being right. You feel me? Like, so it might be triggering for them towards just like nah, you really feel like you like this girl. You really feel like if she come and make you a plate, you gonna take, like, you really feel like that. You feel me? So it's one of those things where it's just like most women, I ain't gonna say most women. I'm gonna say women with those feelings will definitely feel some type of way.
Right.
But I feel like for the women that, they're secure within, their relationship and shit like that too, it's like, Don't nobody give a fuck about these young girls.
Right.
Well, and
that's the thing though. I figure like a lot of people that get mad is the ones that have something to prove, or they know they're not stepping up. So seeing someone else that is, granted, again, it's just a video on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. But it's the thing. It's a form of like for us. Like I said, a lot of women they have their men, you know, and it's usually the same 5 fucking men. Yeah. But for us as a man, when we do get jealous about it, or we're like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? Get them off your phone type stuff. It's, oh, you just insecure. Why you mad? He just stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I mean,
so we're not allowed to feel the jealousy.
I mean, I feel like that also, and you know, it sucks. But that's what comes with, in a sense, being a man. You feel me? Because it's like we can't wear our muscles on our sleeves. We can't feel no type of, you feel me? Because it's like we have to kind of brush that shit off and, you know, keep going forward. But on the flip side of that too, it's like you also have to be able to acknowledge your feelings as a man. You have to be able to, you know, feel the way that you feel and stuff like that. So it's just like, I feel like with that, it's more so a acceptance thing. You feel me?
Yeah, because
it's like I could do it and you may not accept it.
Right.
Why when you do it, I should always accept it.
Yeah, I'm cool off of that.
So, and I mean, it's not always like that. You feel me? It's not always like that, but I feel like majority of the time that's why, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, nowadays it's a lot of men talking about, you know, mental health and stuff like that, but for the longest period of time, that wasn't a thing.
Nah, you just gotta shut up and grind.
Yeah, so it's one of those things like, you know, as men, we're learning, but at the same time, it's like, just like you want me to accept, you know, certain things, you have to accept those things too, and you have to be willing to open up and acknowledge those things. You feel me? Because I feel like that's half the battle, is acknowledging what it is.
Yeah. So, well, I feel like when it, like this thing specifically, right? If, like, for me, when it came to like being jealous of like a famous person that whoever I'm talking to likes or whatever, it's more or less like it's a reason, but then again, it's not a reason. Like, because almost every woman is in love with Chris Brown. Yeah, facts. I'm not gonna sit back and be like, nah, he ugly. I get it. He's a good looking dude. It is what it is. Yeah. But then I've had women that they have like, again, it's usually famous people, right? They have a crush on someone that isn't like attractive, whatever, but whatever, they sing good or they have a good, you know, stuff like that. And I'll still be like, well, he ugly, so it really don't matter. You know what I mean? So it don't, but then it's always like the one or two where it's like, he's like kind of good looking, kind of ugly, but he's weird and all, like, it's all kind of shit where I'm like, that's the one that I don't fucking like. Keep this motherfucker off my TV or off my music.
I feel like for me, it's more so like, if it's a possibility that you may bump into this motherfucker, right? Nah, it ain't cool. You feel me? Like, if you constantly going to Chris Brown concert,
oh yeah, nah, you tripping.
Yeah, you can't have no crush on Chris Brown and tell me that. You feel me? Like, because sooner or later y'all may cross paths. You feel me?
He gonna point you out in the crowd.
That part, nah, I'm pissed. Yeah, as soon as I see that video, I'm hot.
But that's the thing though. Like, for men, we get jealous. Like me specifically, I get jealous over random things for the most part. But women lust over the man that is like, they have money, they're famous, they're, you know, whatever. And of course, they're good looking, you know, they got body or whatever.
Some women.
Yeah, some. But for the most part, it's the money thing. So a lot of normal men, yeah, we could live, you know, we could live comfortably and stuff like that, but most people can't be on that level. So as a man, we're jealous of what they can provide. For me, for the most part, right? Yeah. But for women, like this Cooking with Kai situation, they're mad that someone like someone that cooks. You can cook. You're going to get my attention away from her because you're cooking for me now. Yeah. Most men, when we are in a relationship, we want what we want from our woman first. Point blank period. If you don't believe me, ask them. And then it goes from there. But whatever we ask of a woman, we want from our woman. I promise you that. Just take my word for it. But besides that, I feel like if that's what you're jealous of, is that we're watching someone that can cook, you can learn how to cook. Yeah. You can at least try. We'll cook with you. We appreciate the try. So that's you know, that's pretty much my little 2 cents on the matter.
So with that, what would you say your values are greater? Are your values greater in love or loyalty? because I feel like that's one of those things where it's like that topic is kind of a tough topic because like we said, like some of those, you know, women and stuff like that, even as men, some men may be jealous because it's just like the loyalty or something like that isn't there. You feel me? So that's why I feel like, like I don't like this, or I don't, you know, I'm not accepting to this because we may have had some shit to happen in the past. So it's like, does love outweigh the loyalty, or does loyalty outweigh the love?
That one is it's a tricky answer for multiple reasons because I've been in both relationships. Well, I've been in what I thought was just love, but there was no loyalty at all. And in the moment, I thought it was cool. Like it was the norm for me, so I didn't think there was anything bad with it. Looking back, of course, we all have hindsight, 2020. And then I've been in a relationship where the loyalty was there and the love was there, but I felt like the love could have been more, if that makes sense. But that, again, that doesn't take away from the relationship. It was still a great relationship, but I feel like for that one, the loyalty was more important than the love was. Where I felt like the love was more important than the loyalty. Not talking about like cheating and stuff like that, just in general. So it's a mix up. For me, I would think love is more important than loyalty. But again, it all depends on the situation because as far as I know, a lot of women consider flirting and just talking and a lot of little things could be considered cheating to women for the most part. But then for me and what I know of most men, talking and flirting once in a while, especially when it comes to like a coworker and stuff like that, isn't that big of a deal. It might hurt our feelings a little bit, but we'll get over it. So that's kind of where I lie in that. As long as it doesn't overstep a boundary, then it is what it, you know, someone's going to flirt with somebody. Especially when it comes to a job. It's just the way of life. So I'm not too worried about that. So I do prefer the love and then all aspects of how you show and get that love that you want. Yeah. So what about you? What's more important for you?
Shit.
Yeah, don't ask me if you don't want to get that.
I don't know. I think within the space that I'm in now, I kind of value the loyalty more. And that's just speaking on experience. Like it's hella important. You feel me? Like I feel like the love is what starts it in a sense, kind of builds it. Right. But the loyalty is what holds it. The loyalty is what, you feel me, brings it together and makes sure that it lasts for a lifetime. You feel me? Yeah. Because it's just like with loyalty also comes respect, it comes honor, and all these different things. You know, with love, it's like, I feel like love is like an emotion. Yeah. And as humans, when we're emotional and we make emotional decisions, we tend to stray away from, you know, our morals and principles. Right. So it's just like, for me, I feel like the loyalty would be more important now because it's just like, regardless, I'm still going to respect you. I'm still going to honor you. I'm still going to... So as long as I'm doing that, it's no room for me to act on emotions. There's no room for me to, in a sense, hurt your feelings and bring you dishonor and shit like that. Right. Like, it's no like room for that because with loyalty comes respect and everything else. So for me right now, within the time frame that I'm in the space that I'm in, I feel like the loyalty is kind of the bigger thing in my eyes. What is in the forefront for you? Yeah, for sure.
I was smiling real quick because every time he said dishonor, I thought of Mulan. I dishonor you. I dishonor your family. That's just, you know, ADHD brain. But yeah, no, I completely understand where you're coming from because, like, yeah, exactly what you said. Love comes first, then loyalty has to continue it. So, I mean, yeah, that's... How do y'all feel about that? Like, what would you prefer, love or loyalty? Honestly, I do believe a lot of people would prefer or put loyalty before love. Most people do, especially when it comes to like the minorities and stuff like that. It's loyalty over everything. Like you said, honor and respect and stuff like that. Again, I'm wishy-washy. I've had both, and you know, I've just, you know, it is what it is. Things happen. I feel like you could work through it as long as you're like understanding. And then the big thing that we talk about like off camera is the fact of, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. You have to be reasonable, I guess. Like you can't expect the world but give nothing. Mm-hmm. So if you want one thing, you have to give something. If you can't give, you can't take without giving.
Yeah, fact.
So that's my mindset on it. Is when it comes to like relationships specifically, mm-hmm. And then when it comes to like friendships, that's pretty much like, yeah, you love your friends and stuff like that, mm-hmm. but that is like almost strictly like a loyalty thing. Yeah. When it comes to friends, especially man-to-man friendships, it's like almost all loyalty. Mm-hmm. Women to women, I don't know. Women friendships is crazy. Yeah.
I feel like with loyalty too, it's like if I respect you and everything else, it's like I have some type of love for you.
Right.
You feel me? So, and that's why I said like the loyalty thing is standing big for me right now, because it's one of those things where it's just like if you have that, you know, everything else is going to, in a sense, fall into place. Right. You know? So, yeah, man, that's a heavy topic, man. So, you know, what do y'all prefer? Love over loyalty or loyalty over love? You know, that's a good question for the audience.
And love is love. That's kind of like a blanket definition, right? But what is the loyalty to you? Does it only consist of like talking to somebody else, the cheating aspect of loyalty? Or is it the loyalty like behind closed doors type stuff? Like, so for me specifically, when I think of like how I do or how I portray like loyalty to somebody, like friends, for instance, right? Whether we have, no matter what's going on between our friendship, I'm not going to talk shit about you behind your back to mm-hmm. anybody else, regardless. I could state facts. I could be like, hey, like this happened because of this reason, but mm-hmm. I'm not going to put any extras on it to make you look worse or to make me look better, mm-hmm. you know? So for me, it goes down to the simple thing of even if we stop being friends, right? But it just, for like something random, we move or something like that, we just stop talking. Yeah. If you told me during our friendship that you don't like being called a certain thing, no matter how mad you make me, as long as I consider you like some kind of cool to me, I wouldn't call you that even behind your back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like for a lot of men, the bitch word. They don't like being called a bitch. So if I think I'm cool with you, even if I'm talking shit about you, like to the point like, man, I don't like this dude, blah, 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 I'm still not gonna like his bitch ass. Because it's within me to like respect you enough to just mm-hmm. not do that in front mm-hmm. of your face or not. Yeah. So that's kind of where like my loyalty is. Like it's definitely don't do to somebody else what I don't want done to me. Yeah. I don't want to be called certain things, whether you're in front of my face or not. So I'm not going to call you certain things, whether I'm in front of your face or not.
Yeah, that's why I said with the whole love thing, it's like it's on emotions. You feel me? So it's just like if you're really upset, you feel me, and you're really hurt by something that I did, like that love is going, you know, be enough for you to not act on your emotions. Right. You feel me? It's not going to be enough for you not to, you feel me, like you mad and, you know, you hurt my feelings and it's like, oh, I might just piss him off. You bitch. Like, you feel me? Like, it's like, regardless, it's like, with loyalty, it's like, regardless of, you know, our differences and shit like that, mm-hmm. that boundary won't be crossed. That boundary won't, you feel me? So, and that's what I said, like, you know, with loyalty, there is love, you feel me? And, you know, love is the start of, but it's not from me, it's not the overall
end all be all.
Yeah. Like, you feel me? So that's a tough one, man.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is it's a topic that I feel like as friends a lot of people talk about, but it's not like I don't just scroll past and see people talking about mm-hmm. you know, stuff like that. Of course we would talk about the woman cooking situation because it's really popular right now. Actually, we're a little bit late to the punch. We were supposed to talk about this like 2-3 weeks ago, but we just started talking about other stuff. The last episode, our kids was interrupting the whole time, so we were just on a roller coaster when it came to what we were talking about. But I just wanted to bring that up because I just thought it was funny in general. Mm-hmm. Because when when the rabbit got the gun, it's no fun, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But and it's just funny because it's so simple. And now, just to bring it full circle real quick, now I guess there's a dude that does cooking. Mm-hmm. I've never seen his videos. I've only heard the name. I think it's like Cooking with Moolah or something like that.
Yeah.
Never seen the videos, but I can only assume that it's a good looking dude cooking. Yeah. Probably with no shirt on or something like that, because I seen it was the same situation but flipped. It was a woman, she was cooking or whatever the case may be. The dude came in, "Oh, what'd you cook?" And she was like, "Oh, something I seen on Instagram."
Yeah. And
he was like, "Oh, where'd you get the recipe?" And she was like, "Cooking moolah." And he's like, "I don't want this shit. I don't know what the fuck you cooking this for me for." So, but at the same time, like I feel like that's kind of unfair, because yes, we can see like women looking good all the time, but for us is solely just like okay, I see what this person looks like, but it doesn't go no further than that. Like I've never had a crush on somebody, you know what I mean? Like I see them, oh, they look good, keep it moving. That's as far as it goes. So, but like when it comes to the women, I just think that they hold on. Like again, the Chris Brown thing, I can't tell you how many people I've met, tattoos or trying to talk to, or you know, whatever the case may be. They're just like, "Oh my God, Chris Brown! I would do anything for him." And but it's like, bitch, he don't know you're alive. What are you doing?
Having a crush on somebody and lusting over somebody,
and like falling in love with a fake person. Because regardless of who, all these famous people are not real people, as far as I'm concerned. They're not genuine, real people, everyday people. They're different. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can compare to when it comes to them to a normal person. Some could be cool. I talked about it before. There's some like actors or music artists that are cool, down to earth and stuff like that, because they were lucky enough to not let it change them. But that's a select few in the in the whole scheme of things.
Yeah, it's somebody told me a long time ago. They said when it comes down to the entertainment business, fake love is the best way to elevate.
Right.
You feel me? Fake love. You feel me? Backstabbing. Like you gonna get it. You feel me? So it's just like you rather give it than get it. You feel me? And that's the only way you're gonna really be able to make it to the top. You feel me? And that's not every situation.
Yeah.
But not everybody has your best interest.
No, not at all. So, and that's even besides the entertainment industry. That goes from friend to friend. You know?
Yeah, facts.
I could never understand how someone could like backstab people, especially when it's for little to nothing. Yeah. You're not, again, everyday people, you're not gaining that much backstabbing somebody for $50, $100.
Yeah,
like you're not getting nothing out of this. You're just doing it because you're just a bad person in general. Yeah. So stuff like that I would never understand, but that goes back to the loyalty thing. But we're going to wrap up that little segment. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
Nah. I mean,
I
ain't got, you know.
Got your own little thing you want to add on to?
Nah.
Like a separate?
Nah. We could probably talk about it in the next one.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Yeah. So that was a real quick one. We just wanted to get something out. We'll see y'all. Oh, can't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share. If you have something to add on this, if you think we were wrong for whatever reason, we said something wrong, please let us know.
Hit the comments, man. We're open to everybody's perspective.
And watch and read every comment, and we'll respond. And if it gets to a point where we are like so in the wrong that multiple people are saying the same thing against what we say, not just this video, in general, any video, we will make a whole video talking about it. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, hit them comments, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, hit all that stuff. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.